Hello and welcome back to another Battlefield 5 LMG guide for the patch 6.2, and today we are looking at the Lewis gun. And obviously the Lewis gun is, in my opinion, probably the best light machine gun. It is the most versatile light machine gun, and I will explain why in this video. Okay, talking about specializations. For the specializations I've gone for, I went for left, right, right, left, or just right, full right side until recoil buffer at the end. You don't need the improved bipod. It depends, like, the first one is up to you. I think quick aim would be better if you were taking a 3x scope, and I believe this weapon can really use a 3x scope. It's your preference. I prefer the AA sights, so I opted for high velocity bullets just to make leading targets at those longer ranges just a bit better. So the Lewis gun has a lot of things going for it, which makes it the best light machine gun in my opinion, and that would be due to its high base magazine size of 47 rounds. And you can upgrade that if you want to go down the extended mag route for the specializations, and you can. There's no downside really to doing that. I'd prefer being a slightly more accurate while standing still, and you know, you can have up to 97 rounds if you take the extended mag, which is insane. That's like MMG levels of ammunition which don't overheat, so you can just hold the trigger down. But let's get into some of the other stats for this gun. It has quite a lengthy reload, which is probably like one of its downsides. Both empty and with bullets still left in the mag is, you know, they are. It's about 3.5 seconds to 4.5 seconds, which is quite a long time. It's not the longest, but it's, you know, they had to balance this weapon somehow. I just don't think they've done it in a particularly good way, because this gun just outshines its competitors, because it has an okay rate of fire of about 540 rounds per minute, and you know, 47 bullets with 540 rounds per minute is quite a lot. Like, this thing can dish out so much damage before having to reload. It's insane. I probably wouldn't recommend it too much in close quarters, just because the rate of fire is still quite low for close quarters engagements. I mean, it can still do well in close quarters, but it's definitely I would say a medium range machine gun. I just think there isn't much else to really talk about in terms of stats for this weapon. It has low recoil values altogether. Like, it has a little bit of horizontal wiggle, which makes it difficult to control. However, the horizontal recoil is actually equal, so that makes it non-existent in a way, because you can't compensate for it, because it pulls to the left and to the right at the same value. So if it pulled more to one side, it's easier to compensate for. So if it pulls more to the right, you just pull down and right. But obviously this is equal, so you just pull straight down, and the horizontal recoil won't affect you too much. But yeah, like, if you take the extended mags, you actually get slings and swivels, which make you ready the weapon a bit faster after sprinting, which is okay, not really needed for a machine gun, but yeah, 97 rounds is a hell of a lot of firepower, especially for something which you don't have the bipod to use. I should actually quickly say that this LMG does have a bipod, so like all the other all LMGs have bipods default, so you can use it, but I wouldn't recommend using it in every gunfight. Like, only use it if the situation is there. So if you're like peeking over a windowsill or something, it automatically deploys. But I wouldn't go prone in a gunfight just to use the bipod because it's just not worth it. But that being said, the Lewis gun is definitely one of the easier weapons in the game to use. Does that make it any less reliable or any less would it make it more overpowered? Yes and no. I wouldn't say it's overpowered because it's not, but it is just better than most other options. But it's kind of like a jack of all trades. It's good at it's okay at everything, just not great at everything. It's like the STG for the assault class. I think the STG is okay at everything, just not great at one thing, and that is basically the Lewis gun for the support class. As you can see, I generally run the 47 round mag, just because I said before, just prefer the stationary accuracy. But I have toiled with the 97 rounds. I just don't think it's necessary, because if you're like me, you have a habit of reloading after pretty much every kill or every other kill or whatever. I do it a lot. I reload way too much, so having the 97 round mag doesn't actually help that at all. You just get a longer reload. But that's all I can really say for the Lewis gun. If you have any questions about this weapon, like performance wise, just let me know in the comments and I will get back to you and, you know, answer your questions as much as possible. The next video will be on the FG42. Stay tuned for that one because that's actually quite interesting. But until then, I shall catch you in the next one.
Yep. Ammunition.
Also spawn other side. Okay, there's two then, I think. Thank you. Nice, good shooting.